Hi guys, so I thought I would actually just come on here today just to do a little video about mental health. I tend to sometimes feel quite good to speak openly about my mental health, and today I just felt the need to record this video to just really highlight the fact that, some days the depression might come back, the anxiety might come back, and even though you may have felt you were on the road to feeling amazing, and you have been for a long time, and that it is normal for those feelings to come creeping back in sometimes, and that's okay. And I'm definitely having one of those days today where I don't even want to leave the house, and even coming out on this dog walk with my dog for 1 hour of my day has taken so much energy out of me, even though I love my dog so much and she's the joy of my life. But it's really difficult sometimes when you just want to hide away and be in your room, and you don't want to leave or see anyone or speak to anyone. And just leaving the house today for me has been a real mission, and I just want to normalize that almost, I guess. And I haven't actually felt like this in quite a few months, and it sort of reminded me of how I felt this time last year and the year before, when I was really depressed and feeling suicidal and anxious every day, living in a survival mode. And it sort of made me revisit again some quite uncomfortable emotions that I'm trying not to judge, I'm trying not to shut them away, and I'm just trying to allow them to be there. But if I'm being completely honest, I just really didn't want to leave the house today. And I went to my therapy session earlier in person, and I just feel like there's lots of different things that have been sort of factoring in this week and getting on top of me and overwhelming me, I guess, as well. If you're also feeling like this, that you're not alone, it's not just you, and that sometimes we can feel like we're doing really well in our healing journey, and that we might all be healed, or we might be over something that maybe took a lot from us, that took us so long to build ourselves back up again, and maybe we're not there yet, and that's okay. And maybe there's not a time duration for how long this is meant to last, or how long we're meant to feel this pain, or and I think it's just important to give ourselves space and time, that if you don't want to see anyone for the day, or you don't want to speak to anyone, or you don't want to go out, then that's fine. But also, now that actually I'm outside with my beautiful little dog, that is actually really good for me to be outside, and it feels beautiful to be out here, and I feel really good for getting out of the house now. And I almost feel not silly, but I just sometimes you can just really feel this heaviness, this negative energy, and it can be really unpleasant, and it can be scary. You can feel dread, you can feel so much fear, and I guess it's just learning to feel safe in that fear, which can be really difficult. Good girl, Nelly. Good girl. And it's just, I guess, honouring your feelings and your emotions. Something just really told me to come on here today and just start speaking about this and post it in case anyone else resonates as well. And I think sometimes the things we are avoiding, or that maybe are suppressed, can be the scariest things to face as well. And maybe the things that we are avoiding the most, or that make us feel the most unsafe, are the things we've been unknowingly pushing to the bottom or distracting ourselves. And it's all just normal. And I think I've definitely revisited some unpleasant emotions and feelings and thoughts these last few days, and it's really taken me back to that time over the last 2 years when my mental health really has suffered. And I think for me, it's more a fear of losing control again, losing control of my emotions, losing control of myself. And you know, I've spent this past 2 years really trying to build myself back up and going to therapy and, you know, just really trying to get myself back. So when I have been feeling so good lately, that then when you sort of have a setback, as you might feel it, or revisit those old emotions, it really triggers you and takes you back to those memories and those times when you really did lose control of your mind, maybe, or of your thoughts, or of your body, or, you know, you just lost control. And for me, that is definitely a really big fear of mine, is losing control. And I don't know where it comes from, definitely past traumas and stuff, and I'm still learning about it. But yeah, definitely for me it's a lot about losing control. And I think, you know, I've spent so long building myself back up and feeling myself again and doing things that I enjoy, and it's just all about learning to feel safe in my own body. So then when there's something that comes along that maybe triggers me or makes me feel unsafe again, it does sort of push that fear as well of, oh, what could happen if I lose control again, you know. So yeah, it's definitely important to spend lots of time by yourself if you prefer that, if you're someone that needs a lot of time on your own like me. I love my friends and family, but I also do really love being on my own as well. And I feel like sometimes when your energy is just calling for that time on your own and not to socialize and not to see anyone, it's important to listen to that as well. And, you know, not to lock yourself away as such, but to understand that if there is days when you want to stay in and do nothing and your energy's low, then that's fine, and that's okay to feel like that. And you don't need to feel like you should be doing something else, or that you should be forcing yourself to get better or to be better, because you've got to appreciate yourself in all your phases of life. And, you know, I'm 27 now, going to be 28 this year, and I'm really starting to realize that, you know, you've got to take life in all of its phases and just enjoy wherever you are. And I'm definitely starting to realise that now in my late 20s. I'm looking at life a lot differently. I mean, look what a beautiful day it is. The sea is gorgeous. So glad I got out. And I think as well it's really important to not see healing or feeling better as an end destination, and just to really appreciate how far you've come, definitely, because I don't think I do that enough. Look back on everything I've been through and, you know, feel proud of myself and allow myself to feel proud of myself, because that's really important as well. Also, I'm fully aware that probably half of this doesn't make sense, or what I'm rambling about might not relate to you, but I'm just posting it in case it does. And I think for me as well, I've always found healing in expressing my voice, and, you know, whether that's on Instagram stories, I go on and talk about my difficult day or mental health. And, you know, I don't do it often, but sometimes I just get this pull to do that, and I find for me it's healing. And it's almost like journaling, you know, like if something's really bothering you and it's on your mind, maybe you would journal about it and just to get it out on paper. And I find for me as well, it helps to voice it, whether I'm just talking to this screen or I'm speaking to you listening to this right now, and it's relating to you and helping you. And, you know, I find, just getting it out, speaking it to no one or everyone might actually be really helpful, and maybe someone else needed to hear this message right now as well. And I found this beautiful shell, so I'm going to keep this. I hope everyone has a really beautiful day, and I'm sending so much love to everyone out there, whatever you are feeling or doing today. And lots of beautiful energy your way. And just a reminder to always take time for yourself and to be with yourself, and just to appreciate the smaller things.